Let's continue the conversation with saxophonist, vocalist, and flautist Joyce Spencer. So I know we talked about your hubby and
Yeah.
with you working with you as far as your business is concerned. How many children do you have?
Two.
Two children.
Mhm.
Okay, boys, girls,
Girl and boy.
girl and boy.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay.
Well, they're both grown now.
Now, do both of them have children themselves?
My daughter has two.
Okay.
My son has none.
None.
He's still single. Yeah, he's still single. My daughter is 30
Mhm.
and my son is 22.
So the daughter is the one with the
Two kids. Yes.
two kids. How
Mhm.
old are the grandbabies?
They are 2 and 10.
That's
I know.
That's
The
so
2-year-old.
sweet. Oh my goodness.
You know, at that age, they're all cute at that age.
Right, right.
Except when they're screaming at the top of their lungs because they want their way.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, they're all cute.
So I know the 2-year-old doesn't know very much about, I forgot what you told me you were called, grandmother?
Nana.
Nana. Okay,
Mhm.
you're Nana. I'm Nana.
Okay, Nana, Nana.
Nana,
All right.
Nana, Nana.
That sounds like a song. But
It
anyway.
does. We have to make a song
That's
called
right.
Nana Nana. I know the 2-year-old doesn't know what Nana does,
Mhm.
but the 10-year-old definitely does.
Actually, they both know.
Okay.
Ali is the youngest, and he's so thrilled about hearing it. And I'm hoping some of that will rub off on him. I don't know, but every now and then I have band rehearsal at my house, and one time we had band rehearsal, and upstairs through the rail, he was just staring and staring and staring, and we saw him, and the band thought it was cute.
Right.
But about 5-10 minutes later, there was an acoustic piano near where we were practicing, and he sat at the piano and he was trying to play with us. It was so cute. So
that's sweet.
what you do, to influence kids to be in music, sometimes you just have to be involved in music. They see it, they hear it, and who knows what's going to happen. Maybe one day he'll say, I want to play saxophone like Nana, or maybe he wants to play trumpet. It doesn't matter, just play music.
They watch us. They
Mhm.
really do.
They really do.
I have a 3-year-old granddaughter, and
Mhm.
last night my daughter called me and said, Mom, this is all you. I said, what did I do? She's sitting at my desk with the laptop, and I said, Morgan, what are you doing? She said, I'm working on these videos.
See.
So they do watch us.
Mhm.
They
They
watch
do.
us. That's absolutely.
But they should be impressed with us grandmothers for all we do, you know?
Yes, yes.
Because they look at us and think, oh, y'all too old for this technology, but
Right.
look at you and I. We're
I don't
doing
plan
it.
on stopping anyway soon. How about you?
No.
And then I've interviewed some grandmothers that have given me some inspiration that are older than we are.
Yes.
And they're still going. You know?
Exactly.
And I think that gives the younger generation to look and see grandmothers still going. You know, it forces them to, you got to keep going. My grandma is still going. My Nana is still
Mhm.
going. My Gigi is still going.
Yes,
My big
exactly.
mama is still going.
My big mama, right?
When Big Mama's still going,
Yes,
baby.
yes indeed. When Big Mama's still going, I know we got to
And
keep
we
going.
got to keep going because
Mhm.
Big Mama would be associated with us. And I don't
Mhm.
think there are very many. There may be some grandmothers our age that are referred to as Big Mama. But I think a lot of times when we think Big Mama, we may think it may be a little bit older.
Yeah, and more matriarch, more.
Yes,
Because like
the
after,
Queen of Queens.
Yes, it's like my Aunt Rita. We called her the matriarch, my
Yes.
mom's sister.
Mhm.
And when my mom passed away last year, I looked at her and said, I always growing up called her my second mom because they looked a lot alike. And I always felt from a little child on until now, felt so comfortable being in her home. But I said, Aunt Rita, you're the matriarch now. So when it was time to be seated for this in the cemetery, I made sure she got her seat.
Absolutely.
In other words, nobody can touch her.
Right.
You're gonna have a lot of people fighting you. I mean,
Absolutely.
she has 6 kids, 5 boys living, and you can't mess with her. There's always somebody in your family
Oh, yeah, I
that.
love that.
And I love that respect that we grew up with, because when my grandfather, I think he was 83 when he passed away, And even though he was feeble in his last few years, he could still order us. He could still say, go get this. You better stop that. And we would just, give in to whatever he said.
It was lip service at all.
Yeah.
As a kid growing up, I simply said, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir.
So when I hear the talk back and the disrespect, I'm like, oh wow, we just wouldn't do that. You respected your grandparents, even if you felt like they were out of order. They probably weren't, but you respected them and you said yes, ma'am, or yes, sir.
And that's it. Nothing more.
Or yes, grandpa, or yes,
Yes.
whatever. So I'm just concerned about that respect, because I know one of the pleasures of growing up was, because both of my grandmothers died before I turned 3, and my one grandfather died before I was born. So that one grandfather, Freeman Fontenot, made up for everything, and I lived around the corner from him from 6 years old on up until I graduated. And I loved sitting on the porch with him and hearing his stories.
That's why I like dinner.
Yes. Yes, there's nothing like it.
Nothing like
Sitting on the porch.
Sitting on the porch.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
we call them a deck now.
Yeah, no, we call, this is really
Yeah, they're
deck.
really deck. Yes,
But
front
he
porch.
had a bona fide porch
Yes.
on the back of his house, and I love doing that.
Did you guys ever sit outside with smoke bucket? It keeps the mosquitoes away.
You know what my auntie said? They used to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember doing that. I honestly don't, but I know that we did that. But at my mom's repast, it was at my grandfather's. We call it the homestead. My uncle took it over and renovated a place, and it's really nice. And he had a big, it looks like a big tire from a big tractor, and there was fire in the middle, and we
Yes.
stood around it, and
Yes.
that felt good.
Yeah. See, the only difference is that we had a big bucket.
This, my friends, is a smoke bucket. At one point in time in life, there were no plants. It was filled with rags. And people would sit around outside, light the smoke bucket, and the mosquitoes were gone. Smoke bucket.
Okay. It's big and round, and they put old rags and everything in there, and we did the same thing, and we played outside all night. We just played outside, by the May, red light, everything.
I remember those.
Remember those?
I sure do. And I think what my mom did, she sprayed us down with off. And it stinks, but it kept the mosquitoes out of us. And I grew up in South Louisiana, y'all. There are a lot of mosquitoes in South Louisiana.
Oh my.
I'll tell you more about that in my story.